Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio, everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi video. And today, we're going to be breaking down some brand new information about the upcoming Danmachi console game, Danmachi Fulland of Water and Light. Of course, we've been waiting for some brand new information about this game for the last couple of months, especially considering the last time we heard anything about this game was back in November of 2023 when it was officially announced. So, of course, any new information is extremely welcome. Now, one thing to note is that this information is probably going to be quite disappointing to a lot of people, but I do think that there are some good things to look at as well when it comes to this tweet that we have right in front of us. It's the only thing that came out of GA Fest. I was kind of expecting them to announce something in regards to the games, of course, the newest game and this game, but instead we only got this game as the selling point, I suppose, or the only game to get any sort of information. And unfortunately, there is no footage or images along with it. This is all we have. So I think it's still very early in development, and we'll have to wait for a little bit for more information on the game. But of course, before we get into it, of course, if you guys want to enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more content, and let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below regarding both the consoles and the genres that this game is going to be representing. I cannot wait to talk about it in more detail in just a moment. But before we get in, of course, I want to see what you guys have to say down below in the comment section before you hear my thoughts, because I want to see what you guys have to say without me influencing any sort of opinion, of course, right? But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Now, let's break it down. Let's talk about it all. And while there is very little information to go off of, it gives a lot away. And of course, you can already tell what consoles this game is going to be on, because there's only one logo on the image, and that is right. Danmachi Fulland of Water and Light will only be releasing on the Nintendo Switch, which I think is disappointing, to be quite honest. I think this is the biggest annoying point for me in this entire news piece. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Nintendo Switch. I think it's a fantastic console, just as a console, in terms of power, graphically, and stuff like that. It's not, anywhere near the levels of the PC or the PS5 or anything of that sort, but they can make good games. But the problem is, the Nintendo Switch is approaching the end of its life cycle, right? We know that there is a Nintendo Switch 2 coming out within the next year and a half, let's say, right? So it releasing on the Nintendo Switch is kind of a bummer in a way, and the fact that it's only on the Nintendo Switch is even more of a bummer to me. I don't mind the fact that it's releasing on the Nintendo Switch, because to be quite honest, it is expected that it would release on the Nintendo Switch. It is, of course, a Japan release, of course, primarily. At the end of the day, even if it doesn't come out in English, let's say, for example, and it comes out in Japan only, it would make no sense for them not to release it on the Nintendo Switch. I was, however, expecting it to be also on the PlayStation at the very least, and obviously maybe Steam. I wasn't expecting Xbox, but I was expecting those three consoles for sure. The fact that it's not on the PlayStation or PC is a big shame, and I'm kind of disappointed that this is the decision they've made. I'm hoping that maybe they'll announce it at some point in the near future that they will be on the PlayStation and PC as well. Games have tended to do that as well in the past, where they announce it only for one console at the start and then the other consoles get announced later on. Or even so, they release afterwards, after obviously it comes out on the Nintendo Switch, it releases officially and everything. A few months after that, they bring it out onto those consoles, inevitably, right? But I'm really hoping that they announce it in the near future that this will still be on the PlayStation and PC, because otherwise it's going to be kind of annoying that, it's only on the Nintendo Switch. However, I think the following thing, I should say, my voice gave up on me there for a split second. The following thing is very interesting. Released on Nintendo Switch as an action RPG that follows the trajectory of heroes and the truth. Memories of love that overflowed beyond time. Please look forward to the original story written by Fujino Omori. So let's break down those last four sentences basically. So, action RPG. Thumbs up there. I think it had to be an action RPG or a turn-based RPG. Anything else would have been very disappointing. And I know a lot of people will probably say that, it could have been a visual novel as well, which I think was very likely as well, because a lot of anime games I've noticed, especially those that are based on light novels, end up being visual novels for some reason, which I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with visual novels and all, but make it a proper game, make it an actual action game, instead of making it just a visual novel. I love my visual novels, but, there needs to be some form of actual gameplay as well with those visual novels, and so I'm glad that this is a proper action RPG. And the thing is, right, a lot of people will say, an action RPG on Nintendo Switch, really? But there have been good action RPGs on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, I can give you guys some examples, like, for example, Xenoblade. I mean, I was gonna say Xenoblade anyways. Xenoblade is there, Ys is there. You've got, obviously, the likes of Legend of Zelda. It's an action RPG. There are really good action RPG games on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm not too worried about that fact. It's obviously dependent on the developer of the game to make it a good action RPG, of course, right? Because obviously we know it's not Monolith Soft behind Danmachi. I would have loved Monolith Soft behind Danmachi. It would have been the best thing on this planet, honestly. A Xenoblade Danmachi game, sign me the fuck up. Sign me the fuck up if that was the case. But it isn't. It isn't obviously happening. It's going to be most likely Bushiroad themselves developing the game, or they might hire an outsource, a studio, but that is not of the same quality as a Monolith Soft. But I'm hoping that at least, they're looking at games like Xenoblade, like, the likes of Fire Emblem Warriors, or, your Legend of Zeldas and stuff like that, and making a good experience. That's all I hope for. I'm really happy that it is an action RPG. I think it would have made a lot of sense for it to be that, in all honesty, having that blend of the, semi-open world, which I still think is going to be semi-open world. I think it's going to be like open areas more so. It's not going to be true a full-fledged open world where, you're able to move from Orario to Melon and so on and so forth. I think it's going to be restricted areas, but you will be able to explore those areas quite effectively, and it'll still be quite vast, I feel. Memories of love that overflowed beyond time. Please look forward to the original story written by Fujino Omori. Now, the thing is, right, we've looked at Fujino Omori's tweets in the past, and he's made some tweets since then, and it seems like he's been hinting towards Horn making her first appearance in a game. Now, of course, if you guys don't know who Horn is, she is a member of the Freya Familia, so I think that we might be seeing her play a role in this game, and it kind of makes sense with, we know the fact that Season 5 is going to be, featuring Seer and Freya, and I assume by extension of Freya, the Freya Familia as well, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more Freya Familia members in this game as well, to sort of market, in a way, Danmachi Season 5. And I hope that I'm not right in that sense, because I don't want this game to just be a marketing tool for Season 5. Of course, it makes sense that it is a marketing tool for the franchise, as a whole, because of course, if the game's really good, people will be more interested in, buying the light novels or watching the anime and so on and so forth. But what I want it to be, first and foremost, is a good game, because if you're a good game, then people will be interested. People won't be interested if you just sell the game and they're like, okay, hopefully they get interested in this, basically. No. Make a good game, make a good story, which I'm not too worried about. The story part, I'm not too worried about. But the game needs to be good, and then of course from there I think we'll be all fine and dandy. But yeah, this is all we know about the game. I don't think they've announced anything else. I was kind of hoping that there would be some more information, but I checked their Twitter account, I checked their website as well. Doesn't seem like we have much more information there. I assume that we're gonna probably see maybe some more information at Anime Japan, because they do have a booth there at the end of this month. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, yeah, if we go over to their website, I'm just having a look right here in case there's anything yet so far, but it doesn't seem like it. Of course, right now they're still promoting their new games that are still coming out, like Goblin Slayer, Mushoku Tensei as well, and so on and so forth. I don't think we'll see much more information about Danmachi for the time being, but hopefully sooner rather than later we get some more information, like, some images, some trailers, stuff like that. And also on top of that, of course, I should mention that we still don't have any information on the Neo-Wiz Gacha game, which of course was announced over a year ago now, nearly. But we haven't gotten any information on that front, so we're still waiting on that front. I was kind of expecting that to also be present at GA Fest, but it doesn't seem like they said anything there. And it's just straight up like, this is all we've got for Danmachi at this moment in time when it comes to a brand new game information. But yeah, anyways, Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Of course, I want to see what you guys have to say as well in the comments regarding this piece of information. I will see you guys in the next one. And of course, I'm still very excited, but I would temper my expectations a little bit when it comes to the game. Anyways, thank you guys once again so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.